helping make your life easier. Moms Every Day.
Welcome to Moms Every Day. Today it's about your teeth and your health. Kristen Simpson with Simpson Dental back with us. Kristen, thanks for being here.
Sure, great to be here.
We're talking in particular about a loss of teeth and how to handle that and the problems it can create. What happens if I have a tooth missing?
Well, the first thing that happens, bone in your body stays there by exercising the bone. So, throughout your body when you're running or doing any type of exercising, that's what keeps your bone remodeling and growing and staying there. So in your mouth, the same thing. By chewing and eating with those teeth in place is what causes that bone to stay there. So if you are to lose a tooth, what happens is that bone starts to shrink away because it's not constantly stimulated by chewing and eating. So actually in the first 9 months, you can lose up to 60% of the bone height in the area. So it is something, if you're going to lose a tooth, you need to think about how you're going to replace that missing tooth.
And if I'm losing that bone, does that cause the other teeth to start moving around and shifting?
It does. It causes the teeth on either side to start shifting, and you can, the tissue height changes. So even if you have a bridge in the area, the tissue will shrink away. If the teeth are shifting, it can also affect your bite. So if you're hitting heavier on a certain tooth, it can cause your joint to shift to the side and can cause those TMJ problems where, you can end up with headache and joint problems. So, even if you're just missing a single tooth, people think, oh, it's in the back, I don't need to worry about replacing it. But really, it's starting a domino of effects that can really, be bad for you.
Well, and really our whole facial structure is made up of the jawbone creating what I look like. Does that mean that I would eventually change the way I would look?
Yes, definitely, and especially if, the more teeth you're starting to miss, the space between your nose and your chin is what we call your vertical dimension, and as you start to lose teeth, you can see that shrink away. So, you've seen maybe cartoons of older people without their teeth and they bite together and their nose practically touches their chin. So, that tells you that your face is just collapsing as you're losing that bone. So you definitely need to think about how you're going to replace those teeth to support your face and your bite.
Is that also going to lead to some pain? Is that going to lead to jaw pain?
Exactly, yes, definitely can lead to the jaw pain. It can, three things work together when you're chewing. It's either your joints, your muscles, or your teeth. So if it can either cause the jaw pain, muscle pain, or pain in a certain tooth. So one of those would definitely be affected.
Would that eventually get to the point where it would change the way I could talk, the way my mouth would work?
It definitely does. Kids, when you see them lose their baby teeth as they're getting their permanent teeth, when they lose those two front teeth, it's hard for them to talk. They can't say their S's or their T's. So, same thing in an adult. If you're starting to lose teeth, your tongue doesn't know where to go to say certain words. So it can definitely affect your speech and, of course, things that you can eat. It's harder to chew fruits and vegetables and those healthy things for you if you're missing the teeth to chew with them in the back.
Well, as you said, you called this a domino effect of problems that can come from the loss of a tooth. So clearly what you're telling us is I've got to get that corrected. I can't just leave the gap. So what do I do about filling the gap?
Well, the best thing to do is to replace it with an implant. An implant preserves the bone in the area and also replaces the crown of the tooth. So that's definitely the best way to go. And actually coming up on March 20th, next Tuesday, we're having a seminar at our office where we're going to talk about all the different ways that we can use implants and how you can replace either a single tooth or multiple teeth, how you can attach dentures to implants and the different types of implants. So it's a great course to learn and to see if implants could be an option for you.
Well, Kristen, thanks for the information, and I know that people may not have been able to jot down the day and time of that. We've got that listed for you. As a matter of fact, if you want to learn a lot about what she's talking about, we've posted this online as well. You can go to WSAZ.com, click on the Moms Every Day link. We'll get you connected to this, and it'll help you learn more about getting that tooth implant and taking care of your teeth. Kristen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Sure.
And we'll be back with more Moms Every Day.